Hello everyone, and welcome to episode 4 of how to make Five Nights at Freddy's 2 in Scratch. In today's episode, we're going to be setting up the camera bar, and we're also going to be setting up the camera animation. So let's get straight on with the episode. Anyway, last time we set up the office buttons and the office interactions, where we're able to turn the lights on in the office now. So to start off with this episode, we're going to create a new sprite. I'm going to call this sprite camera bar. I'm going to upload a new costume. Okay, so it's in the office nights and menu, and then office utilities, and we just need this white bar just here. Okay, here it is. And we're going to rename this bar from 95 to bar. Okay, good. So inside of the code, it's really simple. What we need to do is, when flag is clicked, we have to go to x108, y minus 160, and we want to hide this sprite as well. And also let's set the size of the sprite to 87%. Good. So if we just click this now, it's going to automatically put that spot on the screen, which is exactly where we want it, I believe. Let me just double check this just to make sure that this is exactly where we need it. Yeah, so that's good. So that's where we want to be able to see the sprite. Okay, so let's set in the code. We need a when I receive start game. We want to go to the front layer, and we want to set the ghost to 30. Just like that. And we also want to show this sprite. And now we need a forever loop. And forever go to front layer. So it's always in the front. And we do a wait until. And we need an and. So we need a minus n operator. Mouse y is less than minus 135, and touching mouse pointer. We broadcast a new message calling it camera animation, and then we wait until we have a greater than sign, greater than mouse y is greater than minus 135, and then we can duplicate this, and we just need this part here, this wait, and then wait until minus 135 and touching mouse pointer, and then we can broadcast camera animation close. Perfect. And then we can duplicate this, not to make a note of it, we can duplicate this part again and have it like just like that. Good. So that's the code for detection on the bar, which is good. And we're going to need a brand new sprite now. We're going to call this one cameras. Need to upload the new sprites. We're going to drag all of these in here, every single one of these, just like that. So we should have 11 costumes in total. And to start off with, we have this 97. We actually don't want that. We need this one here, it says 2, which is, well, it won't say 2 for you, it's going to say 2 for me. I'm going to just call this one 96, so it's just kind of in order. That's the first one, and then 116 can be the third one, as 98. Okay, just like that. So now we have this kind of animation of this going up, which is good. So in the code, when the flag is clicked, we set the size to 130%. We want to go to x0 and y0, and that's good. And then we also want to hide. Good. Now we need to make a brand new variable. It's going to be used a lot, calling it camera up, and this is just going to return a true or false value, and make sure that's for all sprites. Okay. So when I receive start game, we want to set camera up to 0, and we also just want to make sure we're always at the front layer by forever going to front layer. Now when I receive camera animation, let's add a new sound. So let's upload FNAF to textures, FNAF to audio. We're looking for something called stereo cassette. Right here, let's take both of these stereo cassettes in here. There's one of them which we need here. I'll let you know which one is which in a second. So we set the volume to 100%. We start sound, not until done, just start sound, stereo cassette underscore 90097701. So that's the one we want to use for this one. And we also switch costume to 96 and show. And we also set our camera up variable to 1. And then we repeat 10 times next costume. And then we broadcast a new message which will be used later called camera change. And then we want to go backward 5 layers. And then we wait 0.01 seconds and we hide. Just like that. And then we can duplicate this for the camera animation close. So change this to camera animation close, change it to stereo underscore cassette underscore 90097704 this time. And then we switch costume to 113, set camera up to 0 and repeat 10 times, delete this switch costume and put a switch costume 2, and then put a minus operator in there and do 1 in the right side and it looks costume number in the left. And broadcast camera change, go backward 5 layers, wait 0. Instead of 0.01, we actually wait 0.1 seconds and hide, and we also set the volume to 0% afterwards. Just like so. So now if we hit play, we should get an animation going whenever we swipe on the camera bar with our mouse. I'm just going to wait. Now if we swipe, as you can see, depending on what it's set to, we are going to get an animation. So currently, as you can see, our camera up variable is equal to 1, that means the camera is up, and now if it's equal to 0, that means it's down. So now we can use some code to show whether or not the camera is up or not, and have the cameras being able to be used. So we're not finished just yet. Go to the office sprite, and this when I receive start game thing right here with the go to 0 minus office x. Let's take this and we want to, underneath that we need an if else. In the if we want to put a if camera up is equal to 1. We want to set the office x variable to 0. And we want to hide this sprite, and else we show this sprite, just like that. Okay, and that's what we want to do for that. And in the left button we do something similar, just like this. In the left button here, so we have the if else thing right here. So if it is showing, we need to, let's delete this show block here in the left button and put a new if else, and let's put an equal sign and change it to 1. If camera up equals 1, we hide it, and else we show it. And in the right button, we do the same thing. We can delete the show block. If else camera up equals 1, we want to hide it, else we show it. So this should work now. As you can see, whenever, hopefully if we swipe down on the camera, the office should disappear now, and all of the buttons in the office as well, which should be all good. We can hide that camera variable. So it changes, and now everything is just completely hidden, and there we go. So now we can look around the office again, just like that, which is looking good. And you'll notice as well, because we're setting the offset to 0 whenever we open the camera, so I'm looking over to the right. If I open it, I'll be looking in the middle, as you can see. So that's all good. Next episode, we are going to set up the camera buttons, and we're going to make it so a variable will change depending on what camera button you click, which will be used later on for showing what cameras we are on. If you have enjoyed today's episode, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe, and turn on notifications if you have not already, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.